Hey everybody, welcome back to hocus-pocus.com. My name's David and this is a magic review. Hey, today we're going to look at close-up cardiographic from Martin Lewis. Now, you might have already seen this effect once before, or maybe several times. This kind of really is a classic of magic, which is funny to say because, you know, Martin Lewis isn't dead. He's still alive. And I think his trick, though, has just become this classic that you end up seeing a lot in stage shows and parlor routines. I was first introduced to this from David Copperfield, who did it on one of his TV specials back in the 80s. You ever watch it back on YouTube? David's got a red shirt, he's got really poofy hair, and he invites a lady up from the audience who also has poofy hair. He has her select a card, and then he draws her card on a large notepad. Of course, he gets the card wrong, and then he makes her chosen card rise up out of the drawing, and then he's even able to give her the drawing afterwards as a souvenir. That's exactly what you're going to be able to do with close-up cardiographic, but only on the smaller scale. All right, let's look at this review. Let's say you're interested. You're thinking, yes, I've been wanting to do this, but in a smaller setting. You order this, it comes to you in the mail. What are you going to get? You're going to get a little hard-shelled box. Inside that, you're going to get the gimmick. You're also going to get a refill for the gimmick that'll allow you to do this trick in total at least 50 times, which is a great value for your money. You're also going to get a pen that you're going to need. You're going to get a moist towelette, and you're going to get a couple of rubber bands. But as far as it being what I thought, of course, there was really no surprises here because, you know, it's cardiographic, and most of us are familiar with it. Most of us have probably even tried to build it at one time. And so this is great because it comes to you ready to go. There's nothing for you to build at all. As far as setup and reset go, you could get this, watch the 16-minute video, and instantly be able to do this right away because there's really no slides to this. You can create your own routine. Probably you've seen David Copperfield do this as well, and we have that routine burned into our memory forever. So I think coming out of the box, it's going to be easy to do. As far as going from table to table, there's really only getting the next giveaway page ready as far as a reset goes, and then maybe reassembling your deck so that you can get your force card in the right position, and then you're on to your next table or on to your next performance, and yeah, it's pretty much that easy. As far as angles go and inspectability goes, angle-wise, really all the dirty work happens when you turn the gimmick around to face you. So again, there shouldn't be anyone behind you, so you should be good there. Like I said, there aren't any slides involved, so you're really not going to flash. And there's a really beautiful, ingenious thing built into this gimmick that will enable you to show the next sheet in the pad, because technically if you just drew one picture and you ripped it out, then the next sheet behind should also be blank, right? Well, there's a really cool thing built into this so that you can show that next page blank even though the pad is filled with giveaway gimmicks. But you cannot hand the pad out. It is not inspectable at all. As far as what's going to happen on the video, like I said, it's roughly 16 minutes long, and you'll get the download code for that. Martin Lewis is standing at a close-up table. He's got a black backdrop. He's not mic'd, so sometimes he can be hard to hear. The camera mostly films him as a stationary shot, but occasionally it'll pan down to the table just to show you his hands. Just within that 16 minutes, they're really going to cover the basics of the routine. Of course, they'll give you a couple of tips, and they'll go over maintenance. So maybe if this perhaps needs maintenance down the road, you'll be able to fix this easily. Price point wise, this is $60, $60, and like I said, you can probably do this at least 50 times, so you're almost getting $1 a performance, which is well worth your money. And if you've ever wanted to take this classic of card magic wherever you go, I think this is your answer right here. I think any of your close-up audiences are gonna love the really cool animation, and you're gonna love the practicality of it. I think there's a little bit of confusion as far as the words close-up. Sometimes we think close-up is just you and me, right? And that would be close-up. And I would argue and say that's probably true. However, I would say this device is probably best suited for the restaurant magician or corporate walk-around. You gotta think of a couple of things. Number one, the animation still has to look clean. And to do that, you're gonna have to put some distance between you and your audience. So if they're seated at a table at a restaurant, or you're doing corporate walk around and you're positioned back and you've got your little fan of people, I think that's really gonna work the best. Also, you've got the noise factor. I think this gimmick can speak a little bit, and so maybe you want that ambient noise. So I'm gonna repeat that I don't think this is close-up worthy you're gonna have in your pocket and you're gonna do for someone one-on-one. I think this is almost like close-up / parlor. Like, it's the intimate parlor setting, I think, is what we're shooting for. You're shooting for taking cardiographic with you, and you don't have to walk around with a giant, pad of paper. I think you're still shooting at like a smaller audience, just not an intimate audience. Does that make sense? But it's a beautiful handmade prop. You're gonna love it when it comes in the mail, and you're gonna instantly add it to your repertoire. All right, so that's pretty much everything I can say about close-up cardiographic from Martin Lewis. Of course, I want to thank hocus-pocus.com for allowing me to have this so that I can do the review for you. And while you're here at hocus-pocus.com, we want you to keep shopping around, keep clicking, keep scanning, keep asking us questions. We want to field all those questions for you, no matter what they are. We know our inventory and we can help you make the best selections. Of course, we want to be your #1 magic supplier on the internet.